Some action back here from the fourth round. That was probably Maccarinelli's best little sequence of the fight there. Caught Frenkel with a powerful right hand on the ropes.
Begin round 5, and Frenkel comes out throwing a strong jab and rips a couple of lefts to the body as Enzo returns with a couple of his own.
Frenkel touches down, he shakes his head.
Looked like he was somewhat off balance coming in, but it was certainly due to a nice left hand by Enzo that sent him to his...
I don't think that the referee didn't take the count up, did he?
Not sure why that is the case. Ref may have thought it was a slip, but I don't think it was. Legitimate knockdown.
Frenkel, good defensive boxing there. Just makes Maccarinelli miss. It was over in a flash, that knockdown. I have to see it back on replay. Certainly the count was taken up by the timekeeper ringside, but...
Nice counter-punching by Enzo again there, and some counter-punching by Frenkel. Enzo's shaking his left hand. Not sure if that's a sign he injured it. Let's hope not, because this is a very entertaining fight.
Oh, Maccarinelli just misses again. Crowd just try and lift Enzo Maccarinelli here. So there was nothing between them on the bookies' betting sheets at the start of this round. Yeah, been a very close fight. Maccarinelli with that piston-like jab, good right hand from Maccarinelli.
Yeah, when Enzo commits to those punches, boy, they really come fast and furious, and Frenkel's going to have to figure out a way to avoid those heavy punches, or he's going to find himself back on the mat.
Frenkel, to be fair, though, he's showing pretty good reactions, isn't he? He's managing to dodge the worst of them, keep himself out of trouble.
This is true. He is definitely well-schooled in the sweet science here. He knows how to handle this onslaught by Mac, and he's doing a good job giving some back of his own. He's not undefeated for nothing. He's clearly learned a way to win at all costs, and let's see if he could do it again tonight.
Last 10 seconds of the fifth round. Maccarinelli's probably done enough to edge it. Well, hopefully we can get another look at the sort of half knockdown, half not. I'll wait patiently here on our television screens. I think a round probably there, Cass, for Maccarinelli.
Yeah, I mean, that one was a little bit closer to call. However, I would agree that Mac is still the aggressor throughout much of this bout. And, you know, he's landing the heavier punches, let's be real. Frenkel is just sort of waiting for that opportunity, occasionally throwing some good counter punches, but he's not really the aggressor here, and he's not landing enough quality combinations to really make enough of an impact, I think, on the judges' scorecards. So you see there, Enzo makes a miss.
It's probably a slip. I think a punch did land, but it looked more of a slip. Oh, the tank. I think their feet got tangled up, didn't they?
So there you have it, a simultaneous slip with a glazing left hand by Enzo. The referee lets it go.
I think that was probably right.
Perhaps it was. Perhaps it was.
A good uppercut from Frenkel with the left hand.
Nice chop.
Follows it with the right. Maccarinelli's cut round the right eye.
And that cut is not in a good place either, because it's looks like it could start to trickle in. It's right where the end of the eye meets the socket.
It's on the corner of the eye, isn't it? Frenkel with a right hand now. Good start to this round from Maccarinelli. That's better with the jab.
I think Enzo's sensing the urgency here. He looks like he really wants to get out of this fight. He wants to finish it, and it's probably a smart idea with that cut now. You never know when the referee or the doctor is going to decide it's too much to continue.
Good uppercut that from Maccarinelli. Both boxers really in the trenches here. He's struggling to land cleanly here on Frenkel. He is.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. And it seems like he's very tight with his punches. He just doesn't seem to have enough distance, really, between him and Frenkel to land them effectively.
Frenkel slipping them nicely. We've got to give the German credit. Difficult to really pin down. He's slippery. Oh, good shot from Maccarinelli. Frenkel had to take that one, and he did. As if he's got a decent chin, this German. Maccarinelli catches him with the right hand now. Now a right uppercut. The power punch is coming from Maccarinelli. Not making much of an impact at the moment. Now he lands 3 or 4 unanswered shots on the chin of Frenkel. Back comes Frenkel with a jab. Body, body, shouts someone in the crowd. Left hand from Maccarinelli. Again, Frenkel's taking everything that's been thrown at him here. It's a good round, I think, this for the champion. Even though he's cut.
Yeah, he's definitely the effective aggressor. Although, as you said, Frenkel is a very slippery character, and he's tough to land cleanly against, as Enzo is realizing here.
Now let's have a look at this cut. I think it may be in an all right place. I think it's away from the eye.
Come on then. Keep your head still.
Yeah,
This works a bit too long, Andrew.
It's okay,
And
I
then
think.
you let him come on
Keep your
top
head
of you when
still.
you do that, yeah? Okay, love. It's not, don't worry about your cuts, fuck all. All right? That step work in your job, you need to be a bit more busy.
some more industrial language in the corner. There was a little head clash, wasn't it, that caused the cut?
Sure it was. That's a good call, Ian. Yeah, so, that really doesn't warrant any sort of victory for Frenkel in that round, simply because Enzo was the more effective boxer. It was simply that cut that looked like it was done by a punch, but actually was a headbutt. A lot of grease there. Referee may need to remove some of that, but looks like he hasn't noticed.
It was on his blind side, wasn't it? Super Maccarinelli is the cry from the crowd. He's done all right these first 6 rounds, Maccarinelli. Probably 4-2 up.
Yeah, I've got him ahead 4-2 going into the second half of this bout. Gave 2 credit for some effective defense.
Just sense there's not too much that Frenkel's got in the locker at the moment to really upset Enzo here. To produce something, he's going to have to produce something more than he's done so far if he wants to win this fight.
Up, gets tangled up there in between the top and second rope. Although it was nice to see some bobbing and weaving, which he hasn't seen much of, and ultimately was the cause of that tangle with the ropes.
Yeah, Maccarinelli just throws that uppercut and he just can't quite land on Frenkel. But again, the crowd try and lift him.
It's a nice 1-2 combination. Enzo lands a long right hand. Like to see some more of that.
Some real lusty Welsh singing ringing around the LG Arena here in Birmingham. was the one fight on the card that looked as if it wouldn't go the distance. Two punches in against each other. Maccarinelli with that questionable chin of his.
Nice left uppercut by Mac, lands on the chin of Frenkel. Frenkel still standing there, right there, toe to toe. He's just not really doing much. We got some loose tape on the left glove. And
oh, good shot from Frenkel. It's all over. It's all over. Maccarinelli staggers to his feet. How on earth he's managed to get up, I do not know.
I'm not sure if there's going to be much left here. There's 34 seconds in the round.
It's all over. Why the referee allowed? Carry on. Here is the stoppage. Beautiful left hook from Frenkel.
Yeah, it sure was. I mean, you saw him bobbing and weaving. He got down and was like in almost Mike Tyson style.
This is it's sort of worrying here when you see Maccarinelli's head clip the back rope.
We've seen that before.
That's how brain injuries are caused. And why on earth the referee allowed this one to carry on. And what was even more worrying was that Frenkel landed a couple of punches and still the referee allowed it to carry on. Another left hook. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, he really got all of his weight into that. He threw a picture-perfect left hand, too. I mean, he got down. The power came from the bottom of his left foot through the hip and exploded on the face of Enzo Maccarinelli.
I think Maccarinelli's going to have a visit to hospital. Fortunately, he's up and he's conscious, but whether he's with it, I don't know. I think the best place for him is a hospital bed this evening.
And then the re-evaluation bed tomorrow evening.
Career's over, Cass. Whether he...
Ladies
here we go.
and gentlemen, we have a time of 2 minutes, 30 seconds in round number 7. He is the winner by way of knockout. He is still undefeated. He is the new European Cruiserweight Champion, Alexander Frenkel. And ladies and gentlemen, how about a hand of recognition for our very game and review tonight with very brave Enzo Maccarinelli.
Enzo Maccarinelli gets a standing ovation from this crowd. He's receiving oxygen in his corner. Worrying times these for the big Welshman. Brutally knocked out by Alexander Frenkel.
Again, he just was refusing that oxygen, huh?
I know, well, brutally knocked out by a left hand, which we thought, well, I certainly thought would finish the fight. Somehow Enzo Maccarinelli made it back to his feet, only to be put down with another left hand as well. And the referee should take a long, hard look in the mirror. Always better to be on the on the side of caution. Unfortunately, Maccarinelli looks compos mentis in the corner, but I think the best place for him would be a hospital bed this evening.
You did say compos mentis, didn't you?
Yeah.
Bravo. Bravo.
I thought you'd appreciate that, Cass, being a lawyer.
Sure did.
Bit of Latin. Bit of trouble in the crowd now as well.
Say a fight broke out at the boxing match.
It's a great shame you don't know how to behave yourselves. Sit down and go back to your seats.
So a sad end for Enzo Maccarinelli.
That Pratner green, that shirt, deck him.
A true warrior who went out on a shield tonight.
Absolutely, and he looked as if he might win the fight, Enzo Maccarinelli, and instead it was Alexander Frenkel with a 7th round KO who lifted the European title.